live from Holkham Bay. Interview with Maxi Bon here, Dopamine Jackson.
Easy now.
Yes, rude boy. So we're gonna do a few serious questions and a few silly ones. So I reckon we'll start off with the serious question. So tell me firstly about the band. Each member.
There's 4 of us in the band. Mr. Ian Griffith on drums.
Big up Ian.
He's quite the character. He can be quite serious, but also quite jokey. So he's quite hard to take sometimes. You don't know what he's thinking, but he's a great arranger and a great drummer and someone who I've really enjoyed writing songs with, bouncing off. And then you've got Mr. Joe Taylor on bass. He's actually first and foremost a drummer, but he was living with Ian at the time when we were putting the first early songs together, and he just jumped on the bass one day and started ripping it. So he was a wicked audition to the band. And then lastly, Mr. Booger, who just, for anyone that knows him, all you need to do is just say Booger and they'll understand he's just a complete shredding monster who's very, very funny to work with.
True, I witnessed that last night. So I think the best question after that would be tell me about the song writing process.
The songwriting process is really interesting, and that's why I brought this thing along, because I always talk about it, but when I went travelling to Colombia, I picked this guitar up. I was so desperate to find a guitar to write some songs on, and this was hanging from the top of an art shop in Cartagena with this really wacky woman, and I beated her down to £17, I think was what I paid with the exchange rate, and it's the strangest instrument because it's kind of like a ukulele meets Spanish guitar. So when I started writing on it, it kind of inspired this Eclipso-ish, reggae-ish sound. There's kind of, people have said a bit Jack Johnson-y in places, a bit Fat Freddy's Drop, but if you hear it, it's got no sustain. So that's why Traveller, the sort of song that brought Dopamine Jackson together, was very much written on here. As I'm a traveller, a free spirit in the clouds, on my way. As I'm a traveller, going to a new place now, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way down, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way down. It's a really unique experience because it's 4 session musicians who are very busy guys who want to put more energy into this band, but because it's like, it is easy, so we just turn up, we do a practice, we play 20 songs, and it's a lot of kind of off the cuff stuff but within a formula.
Okay, so inspirations.
Wow, I mean, such a broad map. I think for this project, Dopamine Jackson, I feel obviously Fat Freddy's Drop was really inspirational to me, just the vocals, how much soul is in his voice, and I've done stuff before that's kind of maybe trying too hard, so it's nice to be on the back burner. Jack Johnson is another one. I wouldn't say he inspired me, but actually when people started saying that some of the songs that I was doing sounded a bit like that,
maybe that made you tend to lean towards
listening to that. And then obviously you've got stuff that's like more funk based, like Prince, Stevie Wonder, in that sort of bag, and someone like Manny Chow, like King of the Bongo, that kind of, these tunes that sort of
ease again, I think.
It's just so cool, on the beach, summertime, bongos, bit of reggae, a bit of ska, a little bit of pop, but just really hooky, kind of sexy, chilled tracks, almost like beach elevator music.
If everything is now done, let's live a little, have some fun. It's how the feeling goes. It's just the world we're living in. It's how the feeling goes. It's just the world we're living in. 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 It's just the world we're living in.
What Marvel character? Oh
Marvel
god,
character,
that is
indeed.
such a difficult question.
You're a bit of a Hulk.
Well, I think, well, the Hulk's probably a Gemini because he's quite two-faced, isn't he? So that would probably be an appropriate one for me to just Hulk smash. And I like his attitude. He doesn't fuck around, does he?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Got to hold on to yourself. If you give your love to someone else, you gotta make sure you know where they're coming from. Make sure you know where you're coming from before it's too late. Before it's too late. Take it all back, cause you need to go slow. Gotta let it settle out, gotta let it all flow. Moving to what's right, as you don't have the time to let all that negative shit go around your mind. Open up your eyes as you need to cleanse your soul. It's all about love and it's all about hope. Walk into the light, as there's no time to fight. Just take a back seat and let it flow into the night. To hold on to yourself. If you give your love to someone else, you gotta make sure you know where they're coming from. Make sure you know where you're coming from before it's too late. Before it's too late. Dream big as you're cruising through this world. Gotta back up yourself, gotta back up your girl. You're walking on thin ice, so you need to realize honesty's the key to live a happy life. Like the old times, you're gonna need to reignite. Find the fire that you lost, find the spark in your eyes. Keep your shit tight, as there's no time for lies. Just fly like a dove into the pale red sky. Just let it flow into the night. Gotta hold on to yourself. If you give your love to someone else, you gotta make sure you know where they're coming from. Make sure you know where you're coming from before it's too late. Before it's too late.